How many viewers do you think we lost on Black Crime?
Oh, man. Your list is going down, bub.
Subscribers, 0. Alright, so
that's... look on it tomorrow, and it's going to be like -2. You're going to be like, how can I get -2?
16 dislikes. Alright, Randy Orton and Kane.
Here's an interesting one.
Okay.
I didn't know Randy Orton and Kane were in a feud.
They did like a couple of run-ins, like sort of back and forth run-ins, but other than that...
Because if anything, why wouldn't it be like Randy Orton versus leader of the Nexus?
Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett. Because he did send him down the stairs.
Yeah, that feud kind of died.
We don't know how that died.
Orton beat him a couple of times. He might have even beaten him on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then it just died. And Kane did a run-in. And then Orton did a run-in on Kane. And they've kind of been going back and forth ever since. Yeah, it's kind of... It's kind of out there. I think it'll be a good match. I was kind of hoping for some kind of stipulation, like for it to either be I don't know, an Extreme Rules match, or because like Kane's whole build to this match is I can't completely kill my humanity until I do what I'm going to do to Randy Orton. So like I thought that like he's like really talking, and I think like it's got to be something bigger than what he's already done.
Yeah.
And like, you know, he had seen in the ambulance match, and he had, you know, he's been in sort of hardcore matches, so it's like, where else can it possibly go?
Right.
And then it hit me, and I was like, Inferno match. I really wanted this to be an Inferno match. That was the one stipulation that I wanted to see. I really wanted this to be an Inferno match, but unfortunately, it looks like it's just a straight singles match.
Straight singles match.
Well, you know.
Oh, well, what can you do?
Yeah, what can you do? You know, I guess I'm just a better booker than Vince McMahon.
Should get a job at WWE.
Call me. I'm waiting for that phone call. That can't be any worse than Kevin Dunn.
True that.
Anyways,
yeah,
enough of that. We're on to bottle number 2 of my Gatorade.
Ooh.
We're getting intense. So what do you think? You think Orton?
I think Orton.
I think probably Orton too.
Thank you for turning off your stars.
Yeah. Say the ambulance match.
Even there.
There you go.
They're caught.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be Orton too. I'd like to see Kane, because it'd be kind of cool to see Kane get over at WrestleMania. His career's sort of winding down. He's only got a couple years left, probably maybe 5-6 years left in the tank, you'd say, because I mean, he's been around since the 90s. Because remember, he was Isaac Yankem before he became Kane. So you know.
Oh yeah, he's been around
mid-90s. He's been there 15 years at least.
Done his dues.
Exactly. So you know, I'd kind of like to sort of maybe see it, but I think it'll probably be Orton, and I think Orton deserves it for sure. So yeah, I think, you know, I'll probably end up going with Orton. All right, consensus.
Yes.
Bam.
Orton.
Professionalism.
Professionalism.
Moving on, Cody Rhodes defending his Intercontinental Championship against the Big Slow Show. Alright, the build to this match, of course, is basically Cody Rhodes making fun of the Big Show for never winning at WrestleMania, and all the embarrassing shit that the Big Show has done at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Like
the whole sumo match with Akibono, and 1 year not even being where WrestleMania was. He was at the WWF New York or whatever, the restaurant or whatever, and he's like, ooh, WrestleMania, but he's not actually there.
It's hard to get into, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, you left at me
Trying
before,
to find
ha ha ha.
You talk. Yeah.
I forgot where we were.
America. We are at Cody Rhodes and the Big Show. So that's kind of the build of the match, is just Cody Rhodes making fun of Big Show, basically, and Big Show like, oh, I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
You know. We talked about this a little earlier where I was like, I think Cody Rhodes is probably going to win because I can't see them putting the Intercontinental title on Big Show. That's just my opinion.
Not really, no.
No.
I mean, it'd be nice for Big Show to hold a title again, but
yes.
I mean, since he did lose the other one such short time to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. What were you about to say?
Oh, I could go on and on all day.
Fair
I
enough.
don't like Bryan.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah, so I mean, you know, Big Show doesn't really need the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
But so you think it'll be Cody Rhodes?
I'm thinking Cody Rhodes.
Holy cow,
we are 2-2, man. Flying.
I know.
Might be like 15, 6, 7, 10 right now. We've still got
quite a few matches to talk about, but that's okay. We'll move on to the World Heavyweight Championship match. Sheamus, who of course won the 2012 Royal Rumble in what was a bit of a surprise to us, although on our Royal Rumble video we did talk about the potential for Sheamus to win the Royal Rumble. So you heard it here first, that Sheamus could potentially have won the Royal Rumble, and he did. Professionalism. So we have Sheamus again, who won the Royal Rumble, taking on the World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan with AJ. I've kind of come around on AJ. AJ used to annoy me because she was just like, she was like a little gnat. Like she was just kind of there, and it's like, why are you getting so much camera time? You know what I mean? But I've kind of come around on her a little bit now that she's sort of like talking and she's playing this sort of
actually doing something.
Yeah, and like she's
up on the ropes.
She's playing this brainwash.
Yeah, I'm going to distract you so Bryan can take the win.
Yeah, exactly. He's Bryan Daniels. Ooh. Daniel Bryan. Oops. Daniel Bryan's kind of like hypnotized her with like crazy vegan powers or something, and it's like, so I kind of like the role that she's playing now. So yeah, what do we think? Sheamus and Daniel Bryan.
I think. Okay, Sheamus, I think, is going to win.
You think Sheamus is going to win?
He's been, like, for the past couple months now, Sheamus has been, like, really on top of his game.
For sure.
Been winning almost all of his matches, you know, even pulled out a new crazy move. I forget what it is. Wraps him around.
Wraps him around his back?
Yeah, back, and never did that.
Oh, and he flips forward, doesn't he? Yeah. I actually really like that.
So, yeah. I definitely think Sheamus is going to win this one. Unless, and this is unless, AJ interferes and Bryan gets the win.
True enough. I can actually see at some point in this match AJ probably eating a bro kick. Because I think, like, Daniel Bryan will be sort of, like, close to the ropes, like, leaning on the ropes or whatever. Sheamus is doing the pounding on his chest. Sheamus, by the way, is as white as my shirt. Pounding on his chest, and then he goes to do the bro kick, and AJ kind of comes up on the ropes, and Daniel Bryan just falls down to avoid it, and she gets bro kicked.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that maybe happening, although that kind of... It's kind of sort of the same thing they did with the Big Show. But anyways.
Yeah.
So I can see that possibly happening. Or AJ completely double crosses him. And AJ's like, I'm tired of your bullshit, lady.
That would be awesome.
that would be kind of cool.
That would make my night right there.
I think Daniel Bryan's probably going to... I'm predicting that he's going to hold on to the title.
Really?
Yeah. And I'll say this. For the fact that this is a World Heavyweight Championship match, could fewer fucks be given about this match in context with the matches yet in WrestleMania that we haven't really talked about. I feel like maybe it's not that people don't care. I just feel like in comparison to the next 3 matches that we're going to talk about, nobody's talking about this match.
It's
really.
True. Yeah.
It's like Sheamus is getting the least amount of fanfare for winning the Royal Rumble and getting a championship match than like any other Rumble winner that I can think of. Because it's like usually whoever wins the Rumble, like they go into WrestleMania being like, this guy won the Royal Rumble, and now he's getting a world title shot. But it's like the top of this card is so stacked that not a lot of people are talking about this match.
True.
But yeah, so I think Daniel Bryan's probably going to win it, just based on the fact that I really like, I'm going to say it, Bryan Danielson. I really like him as a wrestler. He's a phenomenal wrestler. I think he's probably one of the 5 best, in terms of technical wrestling, probably one of the 5 best technical wrestlers on the planet right now. He doesn't really... Yeah.
Okay, I am going to say it. He is good at what he does.
Right.
I just hate the whole, like, weaseling out of matches and shit like that.
And I didn't like it at first either. Yeah, I didn't like it at first either because I really wanted him to do the whole heroic storyline, like what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to take the Money in the Bank to WrestleMania. He was going to challenge whoever the champion was at WrestleMania with the Money in the Bank. And then he just sort of weasels it through and pins Big Show. And, you know. So I didn't like it at first either, but I've come around on it a bit, at least.
I bet.
I still want to see him be the whole heroic underdog.
Oh, that might change my whole attitude about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, I don't like him.
No, fair enough. For sure. So we're split on that one. Nick thinks it's going to be Sheamus. I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan. I actually think this is going to be a better match than people are, like I say, than for the amount of people that are actually talking about it. I actually think this is going to be a pretty good match. Because like you say, Sheamus has been wrestling pretty damn good lately.
Yeah.
And I think he's developing. He's still a little green. Because, I mean, he's only been in WWE for 2-3 years. So, I mean, he's still developing his game, but his game is really good.
Oh, for sure.
And I love him on the mic. Whenever they let him talk, I love listening to him talk. So we're split on that one. I got Daniel Bryan. Nick's got Sheamus. I'm sure maybe we'll even put a little money on it. Who knows?